With obsession felled, it's time to once more face ambition. The Ravenous Reach is one of the most decisive battles you will face. Each loop, it is always a terrifying prospect to face down such an aggressive foe. But you think you have just the thing. A certain thief to ensure a ideal outcome. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orin, and we're back at it, taking out another named formation here. We will continue to use the Abomination, giving him really his workout here. And then bring in some of our some familiar faces as we take out the unstable suspects here. That does mean we've given Moribund a try. I really liked Moribund. It really felt strong, and I actually do kind of like the steel positive token here. But we do need to give Fiend its try to do some bleeding here. And I'm kind of considering the best way to work this with an eye to taking advantage of the bleed for cause of death. So we're gonna have to try to figure that out. However, we will be resetting our memories here because we have had a name request for our Abomination. So thank you, Kyle, and thank you again to the Lucky McMuffin for recommending the name. But we will be taking on a new name, Walter, inspired by Breaking Bad, since the I believe it's the Fiend. The Fiend kit is blue, which we'll go ahead and just pop in there for the nice blue Abomination. And we will set Walter up for success here. I don't think we're using Slam much. Actually, we probably will be using Slam, won't we? Definitely don't need that. That should work. And now we have Walter. Joining him in a supporting cast here, Clive, our very long-running highwayman. Clive has been with me a very, very long time, and we do want a dance partner here. Now, when it's it is the highway robbery. We definitely want highway robbery here. Now, I do need to think about his paths. Ranks flexible bleed specialist. That is tempting here. We make open vein a little bit better. Grape shot blast, reducing doing bleed. Highway robbery. Still stealing positive tokens, but also increasing bleed dealt. And then the riposte from Duelist Advance, reflecting 2 bleed as well. You know what? I think it is time for a yellow hand. We are going to want PBS, I think, but we probably want Open Vein, Duelist Advance, PBS, Highway Robbery, and then perhaps Take Aim or Pistol Shot, one of the two. But yeah, this seems quite good, so we'll take out Clive as a yellow hand here, looking to deal some extra bleed. And that will be collaborating with our another one of our long-running characters here, the Grave Robber. However, I don't know about it being... I don't really know about it being... I don't know about it being Deadeye. Yeah, actually, I think it is probably, I do think it's probably, Venom Drop here. Because what we're going to look to do... Don't need you. We'll need that. Something like that, maybe? Because I want to bring... The thing I'm trying to achieve here as we set up our final thing is... Paracelsus is a lot of fun as an alchemist, but I do want to bring her as a surgeon. I just want to go kind of all in on bleed here. We'll bring Cause of Death along, and we'll look to do some huge cause of death hits, since everybody in the party will be applying damage over time effects. So that's our formation here. The unstable subjects, no doubt, because both mental and physical health isn't really a thing here. So thank you again to Tiffy 6586 for naming our abomination Walter. And let's get into the action here. We are going after ambition here, and I've been thinking a little bit about what formation I wanted to use for ambition, because ambition still remains a fight where you kind of need to be dealing with its tokens. It will steal tokens back, which is frustrating, but that's kind of why I wanted to bring the highway robbery, and why potentially a moribund abomination would be really good as well. So let's kind of... Jeez, alright, Solaniel, let's just get down to business here. But as we dive into this, let's talk about our formation in the macro sense like we normally do. So the first thing that strikes me about this formation is, as we... No, it doesn't. Not that it really matters. First thing that strikes me about this formation is that it doesn't really have a source of taunt. I don't think the abomination's doing taunt, so you're sort of, you know, a little bit light on taunt. But that's okay, because man, does this formation hit hard. Everybody in this formation is dealing hefty damage, particularly when you set up a Surgeon Plague Doctor. But even without a Surgeon Plague Doctor, who, by the way, I probably need to... I kind of don't like her first turn being effectively a skip because she's not in position. We'll have to think about that. Because Solaniel doesn't really have a great way to get back faster, is the thing. Yeah, she doesn't really have a great way to get back faster. So maybe that means we end up swapping to an Alchemist, actually. But that's... Sorry, I'm getting off track. Damage through the roof here. Both dot damage and actual direct hits quite high here, which is nice. Healing is very impressive here. Paracelsus, healer par excellence. Grave Robber, more than capable of healing herself. The Abomination has proven to be quite tanky and also just capable of keeping himself happy. Clive doesn't bring anything to that table, but that's okay because he's there to do damage. However, stress healing is going to be the name of the game here. Only really Walter provides any sort of stress healing, and that's only to himself. So that's an area we're going to have to be on the lookout for as we try to get settled in here.
As vital to survival as sharp and
but we do have some pretty good items here. We can go ahead and pop in the Seaman's Boots on top of Solaniel to give her a buff. And do we have any negative traits? Pillager, Fearing, Occultomaniac, Book Burner, Nervous. None of those really disturb me. And I guess get rid of Pillager, Fearing. Save those for now and see where we can head. So, knowing where a field hospital is appealing. Knowing where the Hoarder is appealing as well. The Fetter's real good, and this formation moves pretty well. But I'm a little bit reluctant to go to the Harvest Child first thing, because I'm just a little bit unsure if this formation is going to stand up to the heat. Whereas the Sprawl, I'm a lot more confident in. We will definitely be able to do something to the Sprawl, I think. Not really interested in the upgrade, but yeah, I think we'll head to the Sprawl first. We also have these burn salves, so that's a little bit more appealing as an early healing item. First things first, let's check on our options here.
Indeed it ever did.
Does that change my calculus? Does having the Fetter book change my calculus here? That might actually do it. That actually might be good enough. Triage kit as well. I think I talked about making this a rabbit run just on the basis of having the refrigerator. But now I'm actually thinking this might be a crocodile run. Because we will have at least some movement between our people. Rabbit run's a little bit safer, though. A little bit more reliable. That extra HP may end up mattering. And let's think about our formation for a second. So Clive and Walter can be dance partners. That'll be fine. So they'll be stacking up damage. Solniel's going to get a nice spark early, get a bunch of damage on everyone, then probably live back there. Paracelsus is going to move up 1. She's never going to move more than 1 or 2 here. No, I think that's still worth it. I think this is a crocodile run. So let's take that. Ooh, that is tempting. We do have a fair amount of movement. It's a little bit scary, but I think I want to give it a try. We'll buy the Fetter book and head to the Fetter. It's definitely going to be suspect, but I think it's the right call here. If that's the case, though, we need to buy food, that triage kit,
on the road to damnation.
and then dartboard for sure, and then probably those bandages. Actually, yeah, we need to be stocked up on healing items because this is going to get a little testy, I think. But I think we can do it. So let's slot in. Let's commit.
Ride ahead.
Your speed's already... Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll just get that because we just dumped that in. Probably go like that. That feels right. And then we just slot in these triage kits. And this feels good. All right, so if we're doing this,
when survival demands it.
we need some pretty reliable damage straight up here, don't we? Kind of wish we were using Shadow Fade, but unfortunately, the Grave Robber doesn't have a way to move forward 1. Yeah. Definitely think Battlefield Medicine gets an early upgrade here. We need that extra healing output. And I kind of want the other one to be Indiscriminate Science, because it's not going to be damage that matters here. It's going to be like maintaining ourselves as best we can. Though at Duelist Advance, we are going to use that. And that extra dodge token might be relevant. Yeah. Yeah. Duelist Advance would be good, but this actually can remove the feed token, so it's possible we can save a character. So I do think we'll bring Indiscriminate Science along, but that's a pretty narrow one. It could go either way. But that'll do it for me as I quickly check for any of these do any of these trinkets matter? I mean, yeah, sure. They're not my favorite trinkets by any stretch, but I guess given some help here might matter. Well, that'll do it. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.